Welcome to language class, second grade. Today you're going to have some more about your friendly letter, and you actually get to write a friendly letter today. So hopefully you came up by now with somebody that you would like to write a letter to. And so we will get started with that just as soon as we get some review done here. Let's look over here on the board. We have the sentence, 2 tiny butterflies flew. So butterflies is the noun and flew is the verb. And then 2 and tiny are describing words. So we will say they are describing words right up here. And describing words, they describe the noun. So noun goes in the first line. Butterflies is the noun. And flew is the verb. That comes over here. And then 2 and tiny come underneath butterflies. Okay, so let's review the friendly letter again. Here's our familiar looking paper. So we have the date is up here, which is the heading, and the greeting is right here, Dear Uncle Joe. And remember, the greeting is spelled with capital letters and a comma at the end. So don't forget your capital letters and your comma. Also, in the heading, you will have capital letter for your date, and then you always put a comma between the day and the year. Okay, and then this is the body. This is called the visit on the paper. A visit with someone on paper. And then we'll have later about the closing and the signature. So today we're focusing on the body of the letter. Okay, so you can open up your books to lesson 8, actually lesson 9. And we are actually focusing today also on the closing and the signature. So the closing is right here, like love with a comma, and then signature is your name way on the bottom here. So it's called the friendly letter, the closing, and the signature. Let's read the teaching box together. You can follow along as I read it to you. It says, the closing of a friendly letter is like saying goodbye to your friend. Skip a line between the body and the closing of a friendly letter. Begin the closing with a capital letter and end it with a comma. The second word of the closing does not need a capital letter. The signature is your name. You can see the little word sign in signature. That will remind you that signature means to sign your name. The closing and the signature are both written on the right side of your paper. Write your signature under the closing. And then they have some examples of closings. It can be love, your friend, your grandson, your cousin. So only the first letter in a closing, or only the first word in a closing begins with a capital letter. And it always has a comma at the end. Okay, so let's look at your study words there that we have today. You can follow along as I read there again. We have closing, which means a way of saying goodbye in a friendly letter. And we also have signature, the name of the person who wrote the letter. So, what is the closing in a friendly letter? It is the way to say goodbye. What is a signature? It is your name, like Jadrian, Clayton, Brooklyn, Rachel, Wilson. All of you, that's your name. So if you're writing your letter, your signature is going to be your name. Which words get capitalized in the closing? Only the first word gets capitalized in a closing. What punctuation is used in the closing? A comma. Right after the words is a comma. What are the 5 parts of a friendly letter? It is, and I'll go over it with you again here on this paper, it is the heading, the greeting, the body, the closing, and the signature. Okay, so let's now go into creative writing over on page 31. So you can go with me on page 31, there by Creative Writing. We will read it together, so follow along carefully as I read so that you know exactly how to do your letter then when you go do it. Okay, so it says, writing. Today you will write a friendly letter. Part B, follow these directions. Number 2, write the heading and the greeting for your letter. Number 3, read the ideas you wrote yesterday. Number 4, ask yourself questions to help you write about your ideas. You don't need to answer all the questions, but answer a few about each idea, like who did something, what did they do, when did they do it, where did it happen, and why was it done? Okay, let's turn the page, and there on top of page 32 it says number 5, write the body of your letter. Write things your friend will enjoy reading. Number 6, skip a line and write a closing for your friendly letter. Number 7, write your signature. Number 8, when you finish, read it to someone. Do you want to change anything? Okay, so you can use that to kind of help you write your friendly letter today. And then after you're done writing your friendly letter, maybe your mom can look over it for you or something, and then just to make sure everything is done right. And then you can go ahead and you can send it in the mail to your friend, and that will be what the creative writing section is for. So yeah, just do your best on it and try to have your ideas in your body when you go write your body. Try to have your ideas kind of, you know, in order at least a little bit, and make sure they make sense. And yeah, just do your best on it and have fun writing your letter, and try to think of some interesting things that people would like to hear about. And yeah, I think you'll do a good job on it. So let's now look on penmanship. And today we have the words ice, sly, winter, and Indian summer. So let's practice Indian summer over here on the board. So when we write the I, we start on the right, and we go up like this. And then we just slant the other words. Try not to lift up your pencil as you write. Okay, so now we have Indian, now we're ready for summer. And summer, you will start on the left with summer. Okay, summer is where we go there now. Okay, and let's now also look at your spelling words. I'm going to drill again the silent letters that we have in your spelling words this week. So you can look over here with me, and we will look at the first word, which is high, right here. So high, GH is silent in high. In gnat, G is silent. Fisherman does not have any silent letters. We have light, GH is silent in light. Guide, G is silent. Sign, G is silent. Song, P is silent. No, K is silent. And then we have here thumb, which is the silent B. And fisherman, no silent letters. January, don't forget your capital J in January. And then we have night, which GH would be silent in night. Wrote, W is silent. Wrong, W silent. And cone, B is silent. Okay, I think we have our things covered today, second grade. So we're focusing on the body today, and also the closing and the signature of your friendly letter. Be careful that you get your heading over here on the top right corner, and then skip a line and do, or just the line underneath is fine too, and do a greeting over here on the left. And indent the first line of your paragraph. Don't forget your comma at the end of the closing, and the first word a capital letter, and then your name right underneath the closing, the signature. Okay, I hope you have a good day today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a